Hey, it's TR back with a feature I like to do occasionally, and that's a campground tour. I do these when I find a hidden gem like I did this past week in south central Idaho. And when a site doesn't get a lot of social media coverage, they have to be kind of unique though. Recently I had a chance to visit the Blackfoot Reservoir campground in far southeast Idaho, just about 10 minutes from Soda Springs, Idaho. The Blackfoot Reservoir is an irrigation reservoir with a usable storage capacity of about 413,000 acre-feet of water, and it covers about 18,000 square acres on the ground. The water stored at the Blackfoot Reservoir services the Fort Hall Indian Reservation and then some of the areas around Blackfoot, Idaho. The Blackfoot Reservoir is managed by the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Fort Hall, Blackfoot Reservoir Campground, and the 5 campgrounds along Blackfoot River are managed by the Bureau of Land Management. As I mentioned, there are 5 other campgrounds that the BLM manages along the Blackfoot River that I'm showing you here. But I did not visit them because it was quite rainy, and in fact it snowed while I was there camping. And I know this area well, and it's not a good idea to get out on these roads, even though they're gravel and improved. When it's been wet and snowing and raining, it can just make a long day out of things. The name Blackfoot originates from the fur traders that trapped and traded in the area. The first use of the Blackfoot River for water happened shortly after the area was inhabited by white settlers in 1866. By 1911, the earthen dam was completed by the United States Bureau of Indian Affairs with a height of 55 feet and a width of 304 feet. You get to this little gym by taking Idaho Highway 34 about 9 miles north of Soda Springs, Idaho. Then you turn left on Chanacap Road and follow the signs. It's about 2.5 miles off the main highway, and the road is paved all the way to the dike, and the dike is extremely well improved gravel. Here we are crossing the dike across the south end of the reservoir. It was built in the 1920s to solve the seepage problem. Turning right into the camp puts you at the fee payment and the information signs. The costs here are super inexpensive, with the lower developed sites costing $10 a night and the upper undeveloped sites costing $5 a night. There is power available in the lower campsites, and that cost is an additional $5 per night. Just past the fee station is a large group site with toilets and a sandbox for the kids to play in. I don't mean that they should be playing in the toilets. Just a bit further down the road is one of the 2 boat docks on the reservoir. There's a $5 per day use fee for all vehicles, and an annual pass is available for $50. Fishing in the reservoir is renowned for cutthroat and rainbow trout, as well as carp. There are pit toilets, another informational sign, and the fee payment area all right here. Here's an insider's tip as we head out towards the top of the hill and the undeveloped sites. Come early in the year. Because this is an irrigation reservoir, it's going to drain out, and the upper end where the campground is eventually going to be pretty much dry or just marshy. And so if you want to get the full effect and view of the reservoir when it's full, it's probably best to come before the 4th of July in most years. Let's just take a quick tour around up here and let you see some of these large developed sites. Some are back ends and some are pull-throughs. We're passing back into the developed campground now. There is water distributed throughout the campground. There's not water in each site, but the hydrants are super easy. And like when I got here, I just pulled right up, filled my tank up, parked, and was ready to go. Our last stop is the dump station. It has tank rinsing water at the dump station as well as potable water a few feet away. All right, so there you go. That's the Blackfoot Reservoir Campground. If you like what you saw, give me that thumbs up. I surely do appreciate those. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's always extremely helpful. Your questions or comments, make them below. Happy to share my knowledge or expertise with you. Also, invite you to go over to my website at www.trbolin.com because I have a full write-up on the Blackfoot Reservoir Campground on my website there. Just go to www.trbolin.com and look for Blackfoot Reservoir. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Till we get together the next time. Peace.